shrinking, feeling small, all of that. Nobody tells you how that starts. Right? Because invisibility isn't loud. It doesn't slam doors or raise its voice. It walks in slowly, sits next to you at the dinner table and says, you're being too sensitive. See, that's that first cut. And it's not deep enough to make you bleed, just enough to make you question if you even felt what you felt. And then comes don't talk back. Then comes fix your face. Then comes why you always making things difficult. And suddenly love just feels like being good at not existing. See, in childhood, this becomes your first skill. Shrink fast, read the room, don't trigger the silence. And you learn that safety isn't about being seen, it's about being less visible than the threat in the room. And if you're black, that room includes the whole world, right? So you don't just hide your anger, you hide your magic now. You smile when you're scared, you speak softly when just so no one thinks you're dangerous. You become presentable and not present. And somewhere along that way, you forgot the difference. And then come the relationships. You meet people who call you strong for surviving a silence they never had to endure. You date people who love your softness as long as they never ask for anything. And you wonder why you always feel alone. You wonder why. Even when someone's holding you. You still feel alone. Wonder why I can open this up. It's because they're not holding you. They're holding the version of you that learned how to be tolerable. The one that knew how to disappear just enough to be kept. Not too loud, not too sad, not too honest. None of that. You were never loved. You were just managed. You were just managed the whole way through. And adulthood does not fix this. It rewards it. You get good at disappearing on time. At meetings, on dates, in your own mirror. In your own mirror. A lot of men are afraid of writing in their own diaries. It's your life. Right. And one day, you know what you'll hear yourself saying? I don't even know what I like. I don't know how I feel. I don't know who I am anymore. But the truth is you never did, because you weren't raised to become someone. You were raised to endure someone else's fear of you. Right. And the most terrifying part, because we ain't even at that. We ain't even at that yet, is that they didn't ignore you. See, this about to, I'm just saying, I should have had a trigger warning for this section, because they did not ignore you though. They saw you, they saw the whole thing. They saw your ache, your softness, your clarity, and decided it was too inconvenient to make room for. That's all they did. So they cut you into pieces they could sell back to themselves as inspiration. You're so resilient. You've come so far. Look how articulate you are now. They applauded your survival with the same hands that taught you how to disappear. And that's not praise. That's emotional taxidermy. And you're the cat. You're the cat in this one. You're not even being celebrated. You're being curated and hung on a wall of progress. Like, see, we didn't kill them. They're thriving. You see, I hope you're catching it, because this is how a lot of people always say, well, I turned out just fine. It happens. But what you are is a ghost in a glass box. You visible but unheld, known and never touched, and play loud but never heard. Can't nobody tell what's going on in there. And that's what spectacle does to you. It doesn't make you real, it makes you consumable. So now you're so well performed that they've convinced even you that applause itself means healing. So let's even walk into this. Let's walk into this, because we could go deeper. Invisibility is not permanent. It just depends on you believing that to be seen is to be in danger. And being seen by you, that's where the curse really breaks. By you. And your diary. And your journal. And your mirror. Right? That's when it happens. It's the moment you allow yourself to feel it all. I'm talking about the rage, the grief, the disappointment, the truth, the absence. This is the change. That's that moment. Because the moment you stop performing the version and start honoring the silence beneath the silence, you get to the teeth of it all. You return. And not even as a spectacle, right? Because you don't need the lights. Not even for the approval. You don't need the lights. But just as the one who was there the whole time, the child who didn't disappear, the child who remembers, that's all an adult ever has been. And they've been waiting for you.